Just as I go and say I'm tired of comic book movies and series, then James Gunn comes out of nowhere and delivers an incredibly fun series with, of all the characters available, Peacemaker as the main protagonist. What is going on? Hey guys, welcome back to Adlib Talk, and this is my review for Peacemaker. So, Peacemaker is a continuation from James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which came out last summer. The decision to make a series based on the character of Peacemaker was an incredibly weird one. I had liked John Cena in the Suicide Squad, but I really couldn't see where Gunn could take this character. But I guess that's why I'm the one reviewing and he's the one creating, because we have been rewarded with a gem of a series. But as always, guys, before we start with this review, don't forget to leave a like on this video and please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and let's get right into that review. Now, important to note here, guys, I will not include any spoilers in my review, in which I will simply give my judgment about the series in itself without touching on to any important plot points, but I will hint here and there to some events that happen in the series. So be warned, very, very light spoilers, but if you've not watched it, you will not really, have any important things spoiled. So keep that in mind, however, with my review. Anyways, Peacemaker is a TV series based on the DC Comics character Peacemaker. The story is set after what happened in the 2021 version of Suicide Squad. Gunn took care of the running of the show, and it stars John Cena as the titular character. Then we've got Danielle Brooks, Freddie Stroma, Chukwudi Iwuji, Jennifer Holland, Steve Agee, and Robert Patrick. Christopher Smith, Peacemaker, is recovering from his injuries in hospital after the events of the Suicide Squad, but he is soon recruited by Project Butterfly, a black ops squad which is trying to save the world from these butterfly-like aliens. Now, as you might have noticed from my tone of voice, I really did enjoy this series. DC has produced a gem here, and as anyone who knows me can attest, I have recently been bloody tired with comic book movie adaptations and some of this series as well. However, recently, some series have been actually quite decent, WandaVision and Loki being two examples of those. Thankfully, Peacemaker is another example of a series that truly pulled me in. It is, in a way, on the same lines of Amazon's The Boys, in that it takes a more postmodern approach to the subject matter, and I appreciate the efforts taken here to be creative and to provide certain humor that we don't really get in other comic book adaptations. Peacemaker rests firmly on the, admittedly, very wide shoulders of John Cena, who has slowly developed into a pretty good actor. He was great in the Suicide Squad, and he once more gives us a great performance as Christopher Smith. As unlikable as he may seem to be, Peacemaker actually does turn out to be a decent guy and have a heart of gold, as we start to learn more about his past experiences, especially his childhood. We quickly start to understand what made him into a man who is determined to achieve peace at whatever cost, no matter how many men, women, and children he has to kill. However, Cena is not alone in his efforts here. Peacemaker teams up with a pretty weird squad of characters to take on the Butterflies. There's Harcourt, whose character was pretty one-dimensional, does have her moments, especially when the bullets start flying. Clemson Mern, who is an ex-mercenary with a pretty important secret. John Economos, who is the bumbling idiot of the group. Leota Adebayo, who is the daughter of Amanda Waller. Adebayo, incidentally, is my least favorite character in the series. She's meant to be the character with whom we kind of empathize and the gateway to the audience for the madness going on screen. But her character just doesn't work for me. And finally, my personal favorite, Vigilante, part psychopath and part village idiot Freddie Stroma, really does give us a great performance here as Vigilante. Naturally, this unit of misfits starts off in a rather tense and awkward manner. Nobody trusts anybody. But in classic James Gunn style, the various members start to respect each other slowly, and relationships start to form. This character development is one of the best aspects of the series. Never feels forced in, but rather natural considering the events going on. However, the fun that comes out of Peacemaker's and Vigilante's friendship is second to none. It is pure, unadulterated fun with no limits as to the extremity of the joke. Most of this is naturally quite inappropriate, and it is in the inappropriateness of all this that makes it so funny. In the age of cancellations, we really did need a series like this to remind us why humor must never be censored. James Gunn's humor really works. The script writing here is exceptional, and the deadpan humor on evidence in this show really works. There were a number of times when I literally had to stop the series as I was laughing way too much and could not follow what was going on. Despite being very funny, James Gunn does not forget about his usual social commentary and heavy themes. Dysfunctional families are present here, especially with regard to Peacemaker's character and his father, a relationship that is painful to watch. John Cena's acting, especially when being confronted by his dad, is brilliant. However, there's also quite a bit of politics involved here, with commentary about climate change, extremism, misogyny, homophobia, and also racism. None of this feels force-fed to the audience. The themes are touched on in a tactful manner through the story, or, yeah, I'll admit, sometimes quite bluntly through some hilarious joke or witty banter. Visually, Peacemaker is a pretty decent series. The action is all clearly shot and extremely bloody. Peacemaker has a lot of blood. This is definitely not appropriate for kids. It is extremely mature, both in its themes, in its dialogue, with a lot of jokes about sex. There's quite a bit of nudity here as well. And finally, the action is extremely violent. So yeah, kids, sit this one out. But with regard to the action, yes, it's fun, it's bloody, it's creative, and it really works well. Final two episodes especially have some of the best action in the series, with a particular one-take action sequence being superbly shot. James Gunn, being James Gunn, has to also have a great soundtrack. And yes, the soundtrack here is fantastic. Just as the opening title sequence is fantastic. Don't you ever dare skip it. Is it perfect? Definitely not. Not all the jokes work. Some of the characters present here are plain boring. But this is an overall great hit for DC, and once more renews my hope that there is more creativity in the industry, and there are still excellent directors like James Gunn who are willing to take a risk, take a different approach to the usual Marvel style of movies. Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel. It's just that lately I've been experiencing this superhero fatigue. Peacemaker is well written, well performed, and well shot, and is definitely worth your time if you're looking for a great romp with some pretty dark themes, to be honest, haunting in the background. My rating for Peacemaker is a very strong 4.5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review. As always, guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, and please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next time right here on Ad Lib Talk.